breaking news. Shout out to my co-host for those monkey noises, but we're back, guys, for another edition of the Bros in the Berg podcast. Today is August 7th. We are, 2 weeks from our last, or we've got 2 weeks from our last podcast, so we're a little bit busy in the lives of all the talent here on the show, but we
Connor's definitely not busy at all. So
Connor goes back to school next week, so he'll definitely be busier.
Go Pokes.
Go Pokes. Shout out OK State. But we appreciate you tuning in wherever you get your podcast, whether you're watching us on YouTube or on Spotify, as we get into the world of sports and our tier lists and pop culture this fine Sunday morning. Connor, you want to lead us off with some NFL news?
Can I just give you a compliment? That was a fantastic intro, Ryan. So thank you for that.
Good job, Ryan.
That was beautiful.
Connor, you're going to have to cut this next part.
Does anyone want to share?
Cut it.
Does anyone want to share about what happened over the weekend? What they did? Anything interesting?
Over the weekend, I did shit.
Or this last week? Sorry, not the weekend.
I was this weekend. I went to the bar last night. It wasn't that entertaining.
I watched the Godfather for the first time last night. Good movie.
I've never seen that.
It was good. It was very, very good. You hate it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, I thought you said you hate it. I was like, no, it's a very good movie. It's very possibly in the top 5 for me, and I've heard the part 2 is even better. So it's like I'm excited to watch.
We have a friend's dad who legitimately is the Godfather.
Damn.
The gabagool.
All right, so I guess we can throw it into sports news. We're going to go with the NFL first. A little bit of a sadder headline, especially because he's an OK State boy. Chris Carson, the running back of the Seattle Seahawks, has now retired at age 30. He had a neck injury and didn't want to prolong anything. Obviously, football is a very dangerous, very contact sport, so obviously he didn't want to sacrifice his later health for football now. So, I think he was a very, very good, he was kind of, I would argue, like one of the first receiving backs to where he would actually catch the ball out of the backfield. I feel like he kind of was part of that change into using the running backs more in the passing game. What do you guys think of Chris Carson's career as a whole?
He was in his early 30s, if I remember.
I think
early mid 30s.
Yeah.
I think he was at 30.
He had a super solid career. Like you said, he was an OK State guy, played with Russ. I just appreciate these dudes hanging up the cleats without severe injury or something like setting them back or before they're too old to play. Because Chris Carson still could start in the NFL, right? I don't think there's a question.
He's going to come back this year and start for the Seahawks, probably.
Yeah. So I appreciate these guys, having support systems around them, telling them it's time to hang it up and move on to the next chapter. So all the best to him. Not a Hall of Famer, but definitely
solid career.
A Seahawk, great. Honestly, they didn't have a lot of great guys. So
as someone who retired from football at 18,
yes,
was that forced retirement or was that by choice retirement?
It was by choice for sure.
Okay.
Definitely by choice. Yeah, but no, I think
Land Sharks.
Yeah, it really. Dude, the Land Sharks went hard though.
Yeah, it did, bro.
But I think it all started with Andrew Luck retiring a couple years ago, super early, and I feel like it's become much more okay since he did it to retire when your body tells you it's ready.
So obviously that Chris Carson, a lot of this news is going to be from 2 weeks ago and on, because obviously we haven't done this podcast in 2 weeks. Obviously that Chris Carson news was from a little bit ago, but we have some. Obviously we got to cover all this stuff because they were bigger headlines. We got to talk about it. The next one being an addition to an already stellar receiving core with Tom Brady back. Julio Jones is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now. It's a ring chase if I've ever seen one, obviously. How he's 32,
also
33.
Let's not act like they're getting prime Julio. They're getting the ghost of Julio Jones on the Bucs. I think he'll be a solid wide receiver 3, but that's all he's going to be.
But that's
going to be behind Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. No, I agree. Yeah, but it's just not. I feel like everyone hyped up. It's oh, Tom Brady and Julio Jones. It's gonna be when Julio was balling out with Matt Ryan, but that's not how it's gonna go.
No, it's not gonna be like that
for sure. like he will be made better, even though he's a shell of himself, by the GOAT, right?
Uh-huh.
Like he knows how to run routes. He's smart. He's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. You put anybody of that like prior skill caliber with someone like Tom Brady, and that connection is just going to be there. So
can we just reminisce real quick that Tom Brady retired this offseason and then came back? Like I feel like that's been like totally forgotten. Like Tom Brady retired for 2 weeks. And we weren't gonna have
he got sick of his kids. His kids are assholes.
Legitimately got sick of his kids for like 2 weeks, and he's like, "I'm back. I'm back."
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? So as of right now, I think the original plan for the Bucs was to actually have Russell Gage, who was previously on the Falcons too, be the wide receiver 3. But now he's behind. I think he's behind Godwin now. So it's Russell Gage, or excuse me, Julio Jones is now wide receiver 3 with Evans being
Godwin's coming off an injury too.
Godwin is they're still a little shaky on Godwin. They don't know if he's going to be in week 1, but they say they're just going to, and to be fair, they don't need to rush him. They, have him take his time, and I think they will be completely fine. And another huge headline, one that happened more recently, Deshaun Watson was suspended for 6 games, and then the NFL has now appealed that decision in search for a longer punishment. When I first saw that they appealed the decision, I thought they were trying to get rid of it, and I was outraged. I was like, what do you mean?
Can we talk about how stupid it is that the NFL itself has to appeal the suspension that was levied against him? Like, shouldn't they be making that decision in the first place?
Agreed.
Like, why the hell?
The situation is just fucked.
It's so dumb.
Like, the Browns are morons. Somehow Goodell and the
Deshaun Watson's a moron.
Yeah,
the best looking in this situation, which I didn't think was fucking possible.
But that's why they changed it to this thing where like they have like a third party decide the suspension thing. Be like, well, we didn't levy that suspension, and that's why they did it this way. But it's stupid. Like, just make a decision and suspend the guy. Like, I don't know why you have to go through this like third party judge to make a decision that you should suspend this guy that sexually assaulted like 30 women. Like, it's really not that hard. It's a really, really easy decision.
You guys remember how Calvin Ridley's getting suspended for the entire season for betting on his own team in games that he wasn't even playing? And now
didn't even bet on his own team. Just bet on NFL games.
It was like $1,500. It was chump change.
Yeah, and a full season, and Deshaun Watson got 6 games.
Let's also not forget that Ray Rice got also 6 games, and there's literally a video of him like beating his wife in an elevator.
There is a constant theme with the NFL and domestic and sexual violence.
It's awful. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott got a whole season, and it was one woman that accused him, and Deshaun Watson has 30. It's like, you say, how does that make any sense? I don't know.
He made the Texans give him NDAs to give to these women.
I know.
Like, obviously, like, this was premeditated, and like they knew it was going to happen.
I think they should strip Clemson's national title. That's just me.
I think you just don't like Clemson very much.
I still have I tense up when I hear Hunter Renfro's name. Like, every single time, like, it just brings pain to my heart.
He's good in the pros too. He was really good last year.
He was at Clemson for 7 years. I would fucking hope so.
No chance. Was that
the pick championship?
What?
The pick play championship? Was that 2016?
Yes. Yeah, it was our freshman year.
Y'all are bad. Next headline I have: Marquise Brown of the Arizona Cardinals was arrested a few days ago, going 126 miles an hour in a 65-mile-an-hour zone, approaching a school zone.
He really pulled a PG Henry Ruggs. Like, didn't fucking kill somebody, but
he could have with how fast he was going.
Was really trying to Mario Kart that bitch.
Like,
my guy's so lucky he didn't hit a banana on the way home.
That's what I'm saying.
Blue shelled.
What was he driving?
What'd you say?
Something way too fast.
I don't know.
I was just wondering what he was driving. It was like,
I don't know what it was.
Like a V6 Accord or something.
Not sure.
I imagine that it was actually a Kia Odyssey, but I'm not sure.
Kia Odyssey? Hell yeah, brother.
That's not right, is it?
That's not correct.
So Honda Odyssey, there it
is. We're sorry, Connor. We had to get past that.
Yeah. So that obviously provides even more problems for the Cardinals receiving core that are already without DeAndre Hopkins for six games. DeAndre Hopkins being suspended, and now I don't know what is going to happen with the Marquise Brown situation. This feels like something that they could probably pass over. But
watch him get like a longer suspension than Deshaun.
Eating
8 games. Should the NFL suspend him?
No,
I mean, that's
a
traffic violation. Obviously, like a super speeder. I think that's almost a felony.
No, it is a felony.
He was close. He was close to felony super speeder, yeah, or he might have gotten one. But
I think they worked that out with the justice system, and if I don't think the Arizona PD really wants to push that hard for that.
I agree.
But-
I don't think this is going to be a big situation. I think there's maybe a pretty big fine, and maybe that's about it. But I guess we'll see.
Cardinals might slap him with a
Yeah.
1 game suspension, but I don't think the NFL is going to do anything.
I agree. The next headline I have, we can talk a little bit about contracts. So Kyler Murray has signed a new contract with the Arizona Cardinals. Speaking of the Cardinals, a 5-year, $230 million contract. Obviously, it's just crazy how quickly that contracts in the NFL have changed, just because of the Deshaun Watson contract. Murray has $160 million guaranteed, and it's like I said before, I mean, there's never been this kind of guaranteed money in the NFL until Deshaun Watson, and now everybody's going to ask for it because one person got it. What do y'all think?
Because the fucking Browns decided to give it to a rapist.
Anyways, never forget.
So, do y'all think that Kyler Murray is worth this 5-year, $230 million contract? What do
so we also have to mention that they had that clause in there that he has to do like independent study,
I saw that,
many hours a day,
and then because of the absolute shitstorm they got.
Yeah. Like, did you guys see the Reddit post breaking down Kyler Murray's stats on COD XP weekends versus non-COD XP weekends?
Jeez.
Connor, his QBR and win percentage both dropped by like 30.
Does he play COD? Does he play COD on stream or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he does.
It's like the Reddit thread where they posted proof that James Harden does worse in cities with the highest rated strip clubs.
Yeah.
It's like y'all have way too much time on your hands. Holy shit!
Well, they're on Reddit, so
yeah. Well,
I saw an interview with Kyler Murray. He said, like, guys, I'm 5'10". If you think I don't have to study, I'm flattered. He was like, which I was like, that's a fair point actually. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think Kyler Murray is a quarterback that deserves this kind of money? 5 years. I mean, obviously tying him down for a decent amount of time. I mean, that's going to take him right into his 28 prime age kind of.
Can he play just weeks 1 through 9 and then not play anymore? Because if he can just play weeks 1 through 9, elite quarterback. But
he's really like Russ about that. Like,
choke artist.
The halfway point of the season, then just shits himself.
Yeah. I mean, I
think he's worth it. I mean, he's 25. He's mobile. I mean, he's shown that he could, succeed. Obviously, a lot of people had questions about durability and just, playing at that level, being of shorter stature. But he's definitely proved that he's been like at a borderline Pro Bowl level.
Yeah.
So you got to pay the guy, right? Like,
yeah,
he's your franchise quarterback at this point.
Mm-hmm. I thought about this the other day where it was kind of funny because I realized that a lot of the NFL quarterbacks that I actually really like or that I'm rooting for are all former OU quarterbacks. So like Kyler, Baker, and also and Jalen. Like I'm all rooting for them this season.
No,
and then like they're all OU. Yeah, he played OU this last season.
He's a quarterback.
Saban overlooked him. Saban said, "Screw you, get out of my school." And so he went and did something at OU.
I mean, Tua was a better throwing quarterback. I don't think there's much of an argument.
No, I'm not arguing that. The next contract extension we need to address, DK Metcalf, the receiver of the Seattle Seahawks, has been given an extension of 3 years, $72 million. I've heard some actually mixed bag on this one. Some people don't know if he's worth it just purely from, some people think that, especially with someone like Geno Smith throwing DK the ball, they don't know, how well that's going to turn out.
Geno Smith is throwing the fucking ball.
It's either going to be him or Drew Lock.
Right, yeah. Right now the depth chart looks like it has Geno Smith at the top and then Drew Lock behind him.
I mean, what the Jags gave Christian Kirk 4 years, $84 million. I have no problem with the Seahawks giving DK $372.
Yeah, of course.
Like some of the contracts that were coming out with receivers in the offseason, I don't have an issue with it.
Well, like we said, it's like one person. It takes one person for everybody else to ask for the same thing. It was Watson on the QB side. It was Kirk on the wide receiver side. And I'm sure it's going to be somebody on the running back side soon, even though running backs, you should not give big contracts.
I don't think that's going to, because no team's going to pay a running back that. Like these are like, it's creeping with the salary cap, but like running backs have continuously lost value.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants running back by committee now. You're like, what? Can you name 5 3-down workhorses in the NFL that are under 25?
Under 25?
Under 25. That's a very...
that have been 3
specific.
years in the league.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
But Cook is older. Henry's older.
Henry.
CMC's older.
CMC's 26.
Class, so.
Yeah, like they're outside of like their like running back prime essentially, or like getting close to it.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I mean, yeah, I also, with the Ezekiel Elliott contract a few years ago, it's like, why did we ever pay him that much? There was no point. Could have used that on other players. But it's just like, I think about that in terms of running back contracts. I'm like, that was a horrible decision, Jerry. But what's new in your camp?
Shout out Jerry Jones, head ass.
Speaking of another extension that happened very recently, Deontay Johnson, wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, signs a 2 years, $36 million extension. He doesn't want to be in Pittsburgh anymore. I feel like that's very clear from just this extension. I feel like he's just taking the money, and then as soon as he's done, he's gone. I do not think he wants to play.
Well, like a second-year player? Like he's second?
He's pretty young. I didn't realize how young he was. Yeah, now
him and Claypool are both really young.
Yep. Yeah. And he just obviously does not want to be there anymore. But just signed this purely for the money purposes. If he wanted to be there longer, I'm sure they could have reached a longer extension. Any thoughts on the Deontay Johnson extension?
One of the most consistent players in fantasy football.
Yeah,
I think he
10
points every game last year, at least.
Yeah.
So
with an absolute like corpse at quarterback.
Yeah. Robbie could be better than Ben Roethlisberger.
Quarterback.
Yeah,
a literal sack of potatoes at quarterback.
Also, somebody who was like looked at for sexual assault. Shout out NFL quarterbacks.
You guys remember when Ben like fell off his motorcycle and like didn't have a helmet on and like almost died? That was crazy.
Yeah.
God, that was so long ago now.
Mm-hmm. Connor was probably still in the womb at that point.
That's true. You're right. I actually don't know this story.
That was like probably 10 years ago. That was like prime Ben.
Yeah. It was right around like when he had the sexual assault like allegations. But, like he like left a hotel and like left on his motorcycle and like got in a wreck and like fell off and wasn't wearing a helmet. So really came really close to like dying. Like he really got lucky. But
jeez. Nuts.
Connor was too busy trying to put square peg in a round hole. So
speaking of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the quarterbacks, they have officially released the quarterback depth chart. Trubisky has been named as the official starter, which isn't a surprise. But Rudolph's the backup, and Pickett's the third string, which people were surprised by. People didn't expect Rudolph to be the backup.
He's really been really bad in camp.
Yeah, he's not been good. Dude, same with Malik Willis. I watched a video. He looks rough, bro. Like
everyone knew Malik Willis was going to be bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's really surprised by the Steelers depth chart opposed from the Rudolph. I think people thought Rudolph would be third string. But apparently Rudolph was actually doing really well, and he almost took the starting off because Trubisky was really shaky. Or he was like very inconsistent. Like he had some really good moments, but then he would have some really bad moments.
God, Steelers fans would have killed themselves if Rudolph was starting. Not like Trubisky's like any much.
He's not much better,
yeah. But like
Myles Garrett was like licking his chops thinking about this Rudolph starting again. He's like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I think the Steelers offensive line would turn into even more turnstiles if Myles Garrett was lining up on the edge.
If Myles Garrett lined up across from me, I'd probably just fall down. Like, oh no, he got by me again.
Coach, you're gonna have to take me out. Just can't do it today.
Oh no.
And the last NFL headline, Robbie, you might be able to comment on this. Apparently, quote, Panthers aren't close to choosing a quarterback. Obviously right now between Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. Come on, it's got to be Baker season. It has to be Baker season, bro.
Well, you see, here's the problem, right? Here's the issue.
Yeah.
Matt Rule has a literal pea for a brain. Like the man literally has a brain the size of a pea, and that's why we can't make a decision. And that's the entire reason. And yeah, he brings me very much pain.
Yeah. I'm assuming
I think if you're a Panthers fan, you roll Sam Darnold out for 3 weeks because he's an MVP candidate for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, Cam Darnold.
Yeah, and then you let Baker again keep getting more comfortable with the playbook, healing, and you
throw Baker out there, and even if we don't win, at least it'll be fun. Like I need to see Baker like throwing finger guns at the crowd while we're like down like 5 scores. Like that's what I need. That's what I need in my life. Like
CMC gets carted off in the second game. Like,
Christian McCaffrey's in a boot. Baker's down by 5 scores. We just threw a 50-yard bomb to Robbie Anderson, and God damn it, we're gonna celebrate. Someone play Sweet Caroline. Someone do it.
So Robbie, I'm assuming that you would prefer Baker Mayfield to be the starter.
Yes.
Why is it an argument?
I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna have the argument, just start Matt Corral then. Like, just like throw the other guy out there. I don't like. Who cares?
Yeah, that's a good.
Corral
Yeah,
will sling it about 70 yards down the field and say, "Fuck it, DJ Moore, go get it."
he down there somewhere.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So moving on from the NFL news, something a
Wait,
little.
hold on, real quick. Imagine if Baker was slinging it to Steve Smith. God, the amount of attitude.
Were you in my dreams last night? Because I definitely had a dream about that last night.
Steve Smith having like a Megatron level season with Baker slinging it to him.
Yeah, except Steve's half the size of Megatron. Like 2 Steve Smiths equals the size of 1 Megatron.
Do you remember that?
He's built different.
You remember that Randy Moss stat line where it was like 3 catches, 158 yards, 3 touchdowns? That would be that.
That was also I think against the Cowboys, by the way. Shout out Cowboys.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
All the time. Right before I know we're still on the NFL. Or are you trying to move? Did anybody see the Trayvon Diggs highlight reel of him getting absolutely?
Bro, he's getting cooked in camp.
He's getting best corner in the league, though. Best corner in the league. He had the most interceptions, so therefore is the best corner in the league. And I will not hear any slander otherwise.
Tight end, bro.
It wasn't even Dalton Schultz. It was the backup tight end.
I think Jalen Tolbert just outran him. Like he just toasted him. It might have been
third string. Like it was really, really bad. Apparently, like he was catching so much shit that he deleted his Twitter account. So rough camp for my boy Diggs.
Yeah, he's not
you know what actually helps stop cyberbullying? I've heard that if you delete your Twitter account, it actually gets better. I swear. Like people will stop bullying you entirely when you delete your Twitter account or lock comment. Yeah. Katie out here locking comments.
Did y'all see Katie's TikTok though? That was so funny.
He's a clown, bro.
It was actually really funny. So literally, it was. He made a TikTok account, and everyone thought it might be like a fake because of the video. But basically, he's just like staring at his phone, and he looks aside, and he's like, "How you work this shit?" And it just turns off. It's so funny. His username is his 2K archetype. It's like two-way 3-point shooter or something like that. It's so stupid.
Over under 5 accounts Katie has on Twitter.
Over. It might be like right at 5. I feel like 5's a good number. Yeah, a lot of burners. Moving on from the NFL, into the NBA. Unfortunately, a more somber topic. Bill Russell has passed away at 88 years old. An all-time great player, a Celtics legend, 11 championships. 88 years old, and he was like 7 foot. I mean, that's incredible to be that old and that tall.
I was talking to someone about that the other day. Like for someone that tall, he actually lived a really long life.
Insane,
yeah. Don't live as long.
Yeah, obviously, an all-time great. Nothing but respect for Bill Russell, and a lot of people didn't
they just name a trophy after him recently? Or no,
I feel
they've
like
had
they
one
did.
for a little bit.
They've had one for a little bit.
It's the All-Star Game MVP.
Yeah. They've had one for a little bit.
That they named after him.
Yep. So
apparently, he was like a really, really funny guy. There are videos of him circulating at different like NBA award shows.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite was I think like Chuck was given like a speech or like a presentation of whatever, and like mentioned Russell like in a joking way, and the camera panned to Russell, and Russell's like in the crowd flipping him the bird at like 82.
Oh yeah.
Just like on live television.
It's like on the ESPYs or something. Yeah.
So he was just like a really, really funny guy. Obviously, a GOAT at his position.
Super impactful in the community too. I mean, so many players had so many good things to say about him. So obviously, rest in peace to Bill Russell. Moving on to the next NBA topic. James Harden obviously offered to restructure his contract with the 76ers, and they reached an agreement. The first year of his contract, he's going to be paid $33 million, and the second year is a player option for $35.6. Originally, he did have a player option of $47 million, so that is a decrease in like 10 to 13 million, which is a substantial amount for an NBA player. So obviously, he's not looking to try to get all the money. I mean, he seems very win now at this moment. Yeah. So it's. What are y'all's thoughts on this? Do you think the Sixers try to go out and get someone else with this, some cap space freed?
10 mil a year, definitely lends itself to a great rotational player if they can, find someone like a Seth Curry, like obviously that they have right now.
I think the Sixers should sign Jeremy Lin.
I'd love that. I'd love to see Jeremy Lin back in action.
I think the Sixers should get rid of Doc, but that's a whole new
that's a whole
can of worms.
How does Doc Rivers still have a head coaching job in the NBA?
His winning percentage is good.
Yeah, and the man hasn't made it to conference finals since he's been coaching. Since he coached the Celtics.
Let's look. Okay, what do y'all percentage wise? What do you think Doc Rivers all time?
I'm sure
during the regular season or 63.
Yeah, I'm sure during the regular season it's like above a 0.6. But like, what's his win percentage in the playoffs?
Remember, he also played with fucking choke job artist Chris Paul or
coach. You're actually something way worse.
No,
he has a 58.7% winning percentage.
I'll give him more credit. Fuck Doc.
Connor, what's his furthest postseason run since the Celtics won the championship?
I'm gonna say second round.
Other than the time that they lost to Kobe.
It was definitely it was the Clippers, right? The second round of the.
But the Clippers never made the conference finals. They didn't make it until after he was gone.
Yeah.
Did was he the coach of the 76ers when they lost when Kawhi, the Raptors went on that run in Game 7?
He might have been.
Was that the Eastern
No,
semis?
they still had the process guy, I thought.
No, was it? I wasn't sure if Doc was there yet.
2019 Doc Rivers coaching. I actually have no idea. Yeah, I feel like Robbie might be right because that was 2019.
I wasn't sure when Doc got there.
I think he got there 2019, 2020. So right after that season, right after the Kawhi season.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
He's a bitch.
Evans.
Overrated coach. Can't win shit.
This is something that just came to my mind just because I was thinking about the Sixers. And like you said, role player, and like JJ Reddick came to my mind. Have you all seen the beef between JJ Reddick and Bob Cousy?
I haven't seen it with Cousy.
Yeah, it was. JJ Reddick like started trashing like old player like Bob Cousy. He's like I destroy Bob Cousy or whatever, and Bob Cousy was like, oh, what'd you average like 12 points a game? It was the stupidest thing, and I was like JJ Reddick would be accused of witchcraft back then. Like I don't want to hear it, Bob.
Also, Bob Cousy, really? What did he average? Like 13 a game?
No, Bob Cousy was actually pretty good for his time, but it's like JJ Reddick has averaged 18 points a game on like championship teams. So like, don't discount JJ Reddick. Like, come on now.
And Cousy was having like a pack of cigs at halftime type beat. Like, that man was getting winded.
Let's see. Cousy's best season, he averaged 22 a game in 1951.
Jesus, he's still alive?
Yeah, what was JJ Reddick?
He's 93.
Yo, Reddick is really talking shit to a dude who's like 93 years old. That's really
my guy's walking around with an oxygen tank, and JJ Reddick is talking that good shit.
Okay, never mind. I'm in Cousy's court now. That's kind of whack.
JJ Reddick.
I thought this man played like this.
I know whack.
I thought this man played in the 70s. Was like just boomering it up for some reason.
No, this man's first year in the NBA was 1950.
Yeah.
Reddick needs to get a grip.
Our parents weren't even alive.
That's a perk type beef that he's trying to start.
Perk. Reddick's best season was 18, so Cousy's got him beat in points per game.
Cousy averaged 18.5 a game over his career.
JJ did not.
Oh no, that's right. In the playoffs, 18.4. He had a playoff run where he averaged 31 a game.
Reddick?
Bob Cousy.
Cousy did.
Cousy about that.
No,
he had 31
Who the
a
fuck
game.
did he play for?
The Celtics.
I'm a casual. I'm a dirty casual.
Yeah.
We're Bob.
I didn't know that until I looked it up.
We're Bob Cousy fans.
He also played for the Cincinnati Royals.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We're Bob Cousy fans. Like, this is
Bob Cousy pod for sure. If Bob
Cousy
is not in the thumbnail, Connor, I'm gonna be upset. I need Bob Cousy in the thumbnail.
Honest to God, I thought you had just like gotten Bob Costas confused. I was like, who the fuck is Cousy?
Bro, my guy made 13 NBA All-Star games and won an MVP.
Bob Cousy's about that life.
Yeah, I really need to be a little bit more respectful. I'm definitely in Cousy's court.
I am sorry, Mr. Cousy, if you're listening to this, because I did make fun of you, and now I feel bad.
Yeah, Bob Cousy's about that life. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
93 years old and what Reddick's ass. I don't know about that, but I'd be there for him.
The next NBA headline. We are now a Bob Cousy bro bot. The next NBA headline. Zion Williamson has a new weight clause in his contract. He's not allowed to, I'm assuming, exceed a certain amount of weight. Obviously, with the foot injury and stuff, he put on a decent amount. And the Pelicans really are doing this. They don't want him to hurt himself. As much as like people might think of this as like a fat thing, it's also Zion Williamson puts on. I don't know if y'all have seen like some studies, but when he was like lifting in high school and college, he puts on muscle so fast that it's like his weight just shoots up because he puts on muscle so fast.
Eddie Lacy looking ass.
No, no, Eddie Lacy was like straight up just fat.
Eddie Lacy
Like
was fat.
Zion's actually
That
like
man was
strong.
rumbling 330 pounds. The
My
Packers
guy
backfield.
was
Was
a
he
bowling
no
ball
chance he was
rumbling through the
330.
air.
I'm talking on my ass, but Eddie Lacy was at least 300 pounds.
Was he
No,
really? No, I don't think
Yes,
it's
he
300.
was. He was.
I think he got up to like 280.
He was not 300. There's no chance he wasn't tall enough to be 300.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I mean, he
That's
was a big boy.
fucking dude. Okay, he was 275. 275 is a
I
running
told
back.
you it was like 280. Yeah.
Was he like 6 foot? 6'1" maybe?
6 feet.
Jeez. Hey.
Photoshop pictures of Lacy kill me. They just, like,
Really
put-
funny.
It's like with the Harden. When Harden
Yeah.
really fat for some of those like warm ups or whatever.
Yeah. Do you remember the so there was when Harden was like bigger and they showed a picture of him like on the six or whatever team it was that he was who was he with before the Nets? Houston? It was Houston, right? Yeah.
Houston.
It was showing his like warm up year and it like looked like he was pretty big and then he went to the Nets and he looked like he slimmed down and people were like, "What the hell? Like what just happened?"
No, he was like really big.
It was like magic. Yeah. He was yeah. Exactly. The next thing I have, Brittany Griner has been sentenced to, I think it was 9.5 years in prison. Yeah. Oof. The situation just gets worse with every update. Obviously, you know, Russia knows what they have.
Yeah, like why
like,
are we surprised that Russia was?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think this is a
especially
surprising
after it was
movement.
such like a big headline thing here.
Yes.
To you knew immediately it was made a big deal. Russia was going to throw her in jail. Like that was just
exactly.
They're going to do anything they can to turn their nose up at us.
Exactly. So that is, unfortunate. We'll see. We'll keep you updated as the news progresses. And here's a question I have. This is kind of just more of a fun question for you guys. If the top 20 players in the NBA are suspended, so just pretend that the top 20 players for some reason are suspended or can't play in the next year, what team wins the championship?
Okay,
What are you thinking, maybe?
Charlotte Hornets.
Lock it in.
I got the Timberwolves.
Yeah, because I think Melo's like 21, so he's still there. I guess can we have Miles Bridges?
Mm-hmm. No,
if he wasn't a total piece of shit.
No, he's suspended.
Okay, then maybe not.
He's out of the league. Like what? Yeah,
he should be out of the league. He should be out of the league.
I think it's pretty easy. I don't know if it's easily. I think it's the T-Wolves. I think you got D'Angelo. I think you got Anthony Edwards. I think you got Gobert.
Anthony Edwards is a top 20 player. So is Cat.
No, he's not. Anthony Edwards is not a top 20 player. You can put Cat in there, but Anthony Edwards is not a top 20 player.
He's
Ant-Man's close. Ant-Man's
he's not.
30.
He's top 30. I'll give you that. He's not top 20.
You're not a top 20 player, Connor.
Your mom's not a top 20 player.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with Cat, but I think you still got Gobert, D'Angelo, and Anthony Edwards. I think that's enough compared to like what the rest of the league is going to look like.
Yeah, Gobert's washed ass ain't nowhere near the 20.
Gobert literally can't shoot. Gobert has.
I think Gobert's a liability, actually, if I'm thinking about it.
He's like Ben Simmons, except bigger and takes up more space.
Yeah, but he's not like.
God, does he have a worse jumper than Ben Simmons?
Yes, he has a worse jumper than Ben Simmons. What?
Yes.
I
want to know how in his career how many shots Gobert's made out of the restricted area. Like, do you think it's more than 50? Do you think he's made more than 50 shots out of the restricted area?
How long has he been playing for?
Shots.
A while.
I'm just gonna do shots outside.
I would say yeah. I would say yeah, just considering how long he's been playing.
Has Rudy number one question? Has Rudy Gobert shot a 3? He's not made a single 3 in his career.
No.
He's not attempted any. I mean,
no,
that's
made.
Oh, okay.
There is a whole headline, like if I go 4 results down, that says Rudy Gobert nails mid-range jumper shot against the Lakers. That got its own fucking headline.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Didn't even Shaq make a 3 in his career? Like,
yeah, Shaq made
Shaq's
one.
made multiple 3s.
Oh, yeah, Shaq made a few.
What the hell is Rudy Gobert
Didn't like Dwight make 1 or something like that?
That man had an awful jump shot. That man had a broken jumper for sure.
How many? What was the argument we had like months ago? Dwight Howard versus Anthony Davis. Yeah.
Prime Dwight Howard would wipe the floor.
Dude, at least Anthony Davis could shoot.
Wipe the floor. I don't care. Dwight would straight up bully that man in the post.
No, but the question wasn't a 1v1. The question was, who would you rather have on like a team?
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard.
Anthony Davis can
Prime-
spread the
prime
floor.
Dwight Howard.
Oh
Fuck him.
my!
Anthony Davis can spread the floor because he's on the goddamn bench.
Connor, you were too busy
Boo.
playing with Hot Wheels when Dwight Howard was in his prime, but like the man could play.
I know he could play. I've watched.
The man single-handedly carried like who was
Magic
that
team.
one guy on the Magic?
Jameer
Like,
Nelson,
who, I don't
Rashard
even know who was on
Lewis.
that Magic team.
I actually know a decent amount about it because I played that. I
Penny
played with that.
Hardaway
I played.
Jr., was he on that team?
No, I
or
played with that
was
team
it-
at 2K.
He was-
Jameer Nelson.
It
It was like Quentin Richardson.
Reddick was there.
No, it was Jameer Nelson.
Who was the white Eastern European guy? They definitely had one of those.
Turkoglu?
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
Turkoglu,
he-
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Turkoglu, that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, I played with that team at 2K. I remember that. It was like Jameer Nelson, Quentin Richardson. It was Rashard Lewis, and I can't remember who the other.
Yeah, it was Jameer Nelson. You're right. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Jameer Nelson too.
Yeah. That team. Yeah. That team was actually kind of fun to play with the 2K. I don't know why, but I always really liked Rashard Lewis for some reason.
But sorry, back on track. Dwight Howard carried those bums to a finals.
Yeah.
The man beat LeBron James.
Yeah.
On the way to the finals.
Didn't he get swept in the finals?
I don't think I went to 5.
Who they play?
Kobe.
that
They
the
played
first-
the
That's right.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Through like the first 5 years of Dwight's career, he was drawing comparisons to Shaq like every week.
Well, yeah.
So
He's the most
Anthony
Shaq-like player.
Davis was never
They-
never drawing comparisons.
But he's
They-
not a
they did hack
Shaq-like
a
player.
Dwight.
He
They
wasn't-
when he was in his prime, him and Shaq were very similar.
AD? No. Yeah, I agree with the Dwight and Shaq
Oh, AD.
comparison.
Oh,
no, he was
yeah,
talking
okay.
about AD.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I-
What was
AD's
the
bitch.
topic? The completely got out of track. I think it's the T-Wolves. I think they would win the championship with the top 20 players. Ryan thinks it's the... I don't care what Ryan thinks. We're going to move on to the next thing. Robbie, you have any... why am I asking Robbie? He can't do anything today. So we're going to
No,
move on.
ask me. Ask me. Go ahead and ask me.
Come at your talent like that. It's ridiculous.
I want to know.
Robbie,
We'll go on strike, Connor. I swear to God.
please. You have
I've seen
any...
any pay from my time here.
Robbie, do you have any updates from the 2022 Wyndham Championship?
Sorry, can we talk about that? I've seen none of the ad revenue. The like 30 cents that we've made in ad revenue.
Yeah.
Connor has not dispersed
Yeah.
that to us.
Yeah,
I
not
want
at
that to
all.
be known.
Actually, let me check how much we have right now.
I need to know.
right in the middle of the pod.
That'd be
Connor,
cool.
I'm going to be completely honest. I couldn't tell you who's leading the Wyndham Open right now. Like, I legitimately have no idea. But I've been to the Wyndham Open, if that matters for anything.
If you got to take a guess, who would you think? I'm looking it up. I'll let you know, but I need
Someone
a guess.
who I've never heard of before.
Okay. I have never heard of this person, so that's a good start.
Yeah, but what do you know?
Is he
13
from Asia?
Yes,
South Korean.
that is correct.
Is it Sung J-M?
Oh my God!
He's
correct.
He's
This man
nuts.
right here.
I
This
swear to
guy.
God, I didn't know that. I swear to God, that
He's
was a total
nuts.
guess.
This man, he's 13 back.
Well, we gotta do a tier list of like after our last Airbender characters at
It's a
some point.
fire
That'd be
right
fun.
Cabbage Man above everybody.
Yeah, S tier.
He's above
Him and
everybody.
Boomy.
My
Fucking-
God.
Aang,
Oh yeah,
Aang's like B
Boomy.
tier at best. Aang's like B tier at best.
I like Aang. I think
fucking
Aang.
Korra.
He's better than Katara.
No.
You know, dude.
Katara's
okay.
S tier.
No, she's not, bro. Why is she always acting like Sokka's mom isn't dead too? She's like, "Oh, my mom died." Sokka's like, "I'm your brother." Like it doesn't like.
I was like, me too, bro.
She was like, "You don't understand." It's what are you talking about? I'm your brother,
Yeah, but did you see her blood bin? She's definitely S tier.
bro. The girl that Sokka falls in love with, the moon.
Blood
The
Ben
moon.
Sokka.
She's S tier.
What do you mean the guy? That was Sokka.
Yo, Sokka had
No,
game,
the
bro.
girl.
Holy
No, the girl
shit.
that was the moon.
That was the moon.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
the
thought you
girl
said
that
the
was-
guy
she's
that fell in
S
love
tier.
with the moon. I'm like, no, that was
that was
Sokka.
Sokka.
That was Sokka's head ass.
Oh, Appa and what was? Oh my god.
Appa's S tier.
Appa.
I want to.
What was
I want
the
to
other
get the
one?
flag that's Appa with an Appa, and it's just Appa
Yeah,
with like
I
a
got
gun
you.
and a bandana.
What was the other
Appa
one?
with the Appa with the
What
chopper.
was the flying
Appa with the
lemur?
Appa.
It's on Amazon, by the way, for $20 if you're feeling frisky.
What was
I'm
the
gonna hang
flying?
it up.
Momo, thank you.
You
Yeah. I
feel
couldn't
Momo.
remember, bro.
Casual.
I couldn't remember what his
Absolute
name was.
casual.
All right, moving on from that, we have to talk
Appa
about it,
with the
boys, because
blinky.
it's happening in a little bit. Our fantasy football draft. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited for the season?
I'm
What are your
stressed.
outlooks? You're stressed?
How much is the buy-in? I forgot.
15. $15 for a piece. We have 12 people in this league. It's a dynasty league, meaning that we get to keep pretty much all of our players year to year. Any strategies, Robbie? You want to tell me anything?
My strategy is to really throw off your friend, and because like
Yeah.
they've been texting about who they want, so I'm just gonna make sure that I take all of the players that they
Yeah, so our fantasy draft is kicking off in a few hours there, and we'll keep
No
you
kickers, which is whack.
No kickers. Well, that was like a league vote. I mean, it was pretty decisively. Nobody really wanted kickers. So we will keep you updated as the season goes along. Obviously, we'll make it an emphasis whenever me, Robbie, or me, Ryan, or Ryan, Robbie are playing each other. We'll keep you updated. Anybody have a song of the week?
Can it be Marvin's Room?
No, it can't always be Marvin's Room.
It's Ready by Lil Baby featuring Gunna.
Okay.
Mm.
Is that like a workout? Like what kind of energy is that song?
Yeah, it's a good workout song.
It's a good workout song.
There's your workout.
You can put
song
Baby
of the
on
week.
for an entire playlist or for an entire workout. He doesn't miss very often.
There's the song of the week.
I've been listening to a lot of Lil Uzi in the gym lately.
Okay.
I've just EXO Tour live for an hour and a half straight.
All my friends are
On
dead.
loop.
Yeah.
Me to the end.
Literally. Actually,
Yeah.
my entire squat sets today were revolved around Dirk. So that was fun.
Lil Durk goes kind of hard. I do actually like Lil Durk.
Big Dirk.
I don't
guy.
like a lot of those guys, but I do like
both
Lil
on the
Durk.
court and in your headphones.
Yeah.
Mm.
You get
Yes.
that? Yeah. Yeah,
So
that.
Yes.
That was sick.
They went hard.
I don't know if y'all saw this new game. It's very similar to Super Smash Bros. It's called Multiverses. Warner Bros. Has put this out. I don't know if y'all seen anything about it, but basically, it's like the first competition that Smash Bros. Has had ever. It's a fighting game. It's very like
That's
I said.
not true. That's not true. Injustice.
Well, that
Like,
kind
very
of
different.
Combat's the same
No,
thing.
no, that
Very
kind
different.
of combat.
Injustice is like
It's
Mortal
super
Kombat.
different,
competitive.
yeah.
But like that and Smash are the same kind of game. Like you're still. It's
No,
just like
I'm
a
saying
single
in terms of how it
guess.
plays. I was like, because Multiverses is like almost in terms of how it plays is like very. It's kind of like Injustice and Mortal Kombat. It's very similar.
This is the one that you can be Shaggy in, right?
Yeah, it's like the Warner Bros. So Warner Bros. And you can be so many different
Oh,
people.
geez, Scoob.
Oh, jeez, Scoob.
It's free to play, so I'm definitely gonna download it, and I'm definitely gonna try it out, see how it is. It looks fun. It's a lot of people it's getting really good reviews too. So
I tried to play Stray the other day, the game with the cat, where you're just a cat and you just like walk around and you can just meow at stuff. It's very fun.
that's one of the weirdest games I've ever heard. But all right,
You've
was
not
free,
heard of it
no.
before?
no.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you're
sick.
literally just a cat and like you just like do
Yeah.
stuff, but you can also meow whenever you want. So you just keep spamming the meow button.
Why is that
Yeah.
entertaining?
Because our
Yeah.
humor is broken.
And then something else that we can talk about. The Premier League has recently kicked off. I was wondering how many teams we could name between us. Like
Oh,
legitimately
the Premier League?
the Premier League. Yeah. So how many teams in total are in the Premier League? It's around 20? It's around 20?
18, I think.
18? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I want to see how many we can do.
I'm going to embarrass
Liverpool,
myself
Man
here.
City, Man United,
Okay.
Arsenal.
Chelsea,
Uh-huh.
Arsenal.
Yeah. Liverpool.
We already
I
said
already
that.
said Liverpool.
Wait, Man City, Man United,
Black
Chelsea.
Swans. I know they're in there.
I know
Swansea.
Brentford Bees, West Ham.
Brentford Bees. Yeah, that's what I was about to say
You know,
too.
West
West
Ham.
Ham, yeah.
Did Wolverhampton get demoted?
No, they're still in there. Aston
Okay,
Villa.
Wolverhampton.
I know Aston Villa. We got around 10 right now. I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah.
Wolves. I don't know if that is that Wolverhampton. One of them are the Wolves.
Wolverhampton has the Wolves. Yeah.
Okay.
Fulham.
Fulham. Yeah. Fulham's
Did
one.
we name Tottenham?
Tottenham. Yeah. Tottenham.
Tottenham. Yeah.
Hopping them.
Oh no, we're missing. Oh, Crystal Palace. There's one called like Leicester, but it's like spelled like
Leicester City, yeah.
Yeah, Leicester City. Yeah.
They won the Premier League like 5 years ago.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's a few.
There were better odds. There were better odds for Elvis to come back alive that year than there was for Leicester City to win the Premier League when they won.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
I think we did pretty well. I think we did pretty well considering we're not really,
Big
football
soccer
fans.
guys.
Yeah.
Huge soccer guys.
Right now I'm seeing
My beloved Brentford Bees are going to win the Premier League this year. Lock it in.
I'm seeing that Man City tends to be is the favorite this year.
They're the
so I
favorite
guess
every year.
well apparently like
Ever
really
since Man United has been trash, it's been Man City since then.
I've seen
Yeah.
the most popular prediction seems to be Man City at the top, and then the other ones are Liverpool, Chelsea,
Liverpool should be good again. Yeah.
and then I can't remember who's four, maybe United. So yeah, we'll keep
Small
you.
shit.
United was losing this morning. I saw the score. They were already losing to someone I hadn't even heard of. So off to a
Yeah.
good start.
So yeah, And then now we are going to move on to our tier list. Our tier list is going to be fun this week. We're going to do NFL quarterbacks in terms of how we think they would perform through the season. All these quarterbacks are based on currently what the teams have on their depth chart as the starting quarterbacks. Obviously, the Brown situation is a little strange. We're going to rank, I guess we're going to rank. Actually, we'll just chuck Deshaun Watson in the bottom. We won't even really talk about the Browns that much because, he doesn't deserve to be covered.
The Jared Goff tier.
Yeah. So we'll go over the tier. Hold on, let me rearrange everything real quick.
Fuck. Sorry. I'm having problems.
You have a lot of problems.
We are ready to go. The tiers I have are elite, borderline elite, good, average, and Jared Goff because I'm a Jared Goff hater.
Disrespect.
I'm not a fan of Jared Goff. All right,
Go Lions.
So we're going to start out with Jared Goff, who I believe is in the Jared Goff tier.
I mean, yeah, you can't name a tier after him and not.
I think he'll be.
I'd put him in average
because the Lions actually got a
No
lot of fucking help this year.
Bro. He's Jared Goff.
Jared Goff
made it to a Super Bowl. What do you mean he's Jared Goff?
That defense carried him.
Jared Goff.
How many Super Bowls have you been to, Connor?
More than you.
Jared Goff will be a
incorrect.
Top
We've been to the same
25 quarterback this year.
But that's not. Do you not consider that like Jared Goff tier?
Ice cold take. Absolutely ice cold take.
Fine.
Matt Ryan.
We'll chuck Jared Goff in the average tier above the Jared Goff tier.
Yeah, not in the Jared Goff tier.
Jared Goff.
Coming off an MVP season, Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers. This one might be a little strange.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
This one might be strange considering his receiving core is literal buns.
Yeah,
I actually would not put. I put him in borderline elite. I just don't think he's gonna have a good year this year.
Yep.
I get that. I mean, someone
he's literally throwing to us out there. Like his receiving corps, like if they rolled out the Bros and the Berg at wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, that's what their receiving corps.
I got a nasty zig route, bro. They wouldn't expect my bag.
Zig route, Jesus Christ.
Connor about to burn Alan Lazard.
Bro, no, who's that dude on the pack, that corner on the Packers that's like trash? Or Kevin
Eli
something?
Apple's stupid ass.
Why do you hate Eli Apple so much?
Because he's a bum.
He's fucking garbage.
Somebody that is actually, in an unfortunate position, but people think he's actually okay. Davis Mills of the Houston Texans.
Davis Long Neck Mills. Yeah.
That man is a giraffe.
Best.
Giraffe.
At best, the Houston Texans.
You should have made a giraffe tier so we can put all of the quarterbacks with really long necks in the same tier just for fun.
Yeah, where's the I fuck MILFs category for Zach Wilson?
For my guy.
All right, we'll put Davis
Mills is gonna be average. He'll be fine.
I agree with that.
He's just not gonna do anything special. Matty Ice.
Matt Ryan, who's now on the Colts.
My beloved Colts.
Jared Goff, honestly. I think he takes
a
gigantic
Jared Goff.
Awful take.
I would agree with Robbie. I think that's a pretty bad take.
I think average as well.
At bottom of average, bro. He's washed.
Jared Goff is at the bottom of average.
Receiving corps. Like they're gonna be
what
good.
Is he slinging it to Pittman?
Well, and he actually got. He also actually has a run game, so they don't know like what.
He can throw the ball to Naheem Hines out of the backfield and make me sad whenever I don't start him.
Absolutely. Trevor Lawrence hopefully takes a step up this year.
I mean,
Jared Goff.
No, he's not going to be Jared Goff.
He definitely got some help. ETN will be there. Like they got
the reports from camp have not been good.
Bro,
did you see? They asked one of the guys that played at LSU, would you rather have Joe Burrow or Trevor Lawrence that plays on the Jags now?
Yeah.
And he was like, I would rather not answer.
It's definitely Joe Burrow. Like it's not even a question.
You just asked your own your NFL teammate that, and he's still like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Ryan, you said
because he's Jared Goff.
Ryan, you said the Travis Etienne thing, and I saw it a few days ago. They updated the depth chart. James Robinson's starting above him right now.
I'm not shocked by that. A lot of people are taking Etienne super fucking high, and I'm like, why would we do that when you have no clarification on what the dumpster fire is for that franchise?
Speaking of fantasy, that is a backfield I want no part of.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Part of.
At least Urban Meyer's.
The only issue is I bet you $100 Etienne is going to be there when the third round rolls around for me.
Yeah, he is.
No. I'm just not gonna fuck.
No, I don't want him either. Okay, I guess both of y'all think he's Jared Goff level.
Jared Goff.
I think he's gonna be average.
Fuck Clemson.
Patrick Mahomes. Worst receiving core, but he's also Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he's elite. Let's be honest.
He's elite. Yeah.
He's
Let's
elite.
not twist it up. Derek Carr with a greatly improved receiving core with the addition of Devontae Adams. Darren Waller's healthy.
Wasn't this the
Connor's
headass
man
that Connor?
crush.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
the
Connor's man
second
crush.
most attractive quarterback
a
in
bad
the league,
take.
which is the
was
worst
a bad
take.
take.
Of
So
all
you
the takes
don't
we've
stand by that
today.
anymore. We've adjusted that he's not. Although Jimmy G is no longer starting.
Jimmy's no longer starting
so you're already-
quarterback. Yeah.
You're
But
down
he's not,
one more
he's
handsome
still
man.
behind Jalen,
Tom.
of course, Tom. We were
Tom.
getting there. Herbie.
He's not behind
No, you're not
Herbert.
putting Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
looks
No,
like a
he's
rat.
not.
Mac Jones is above him.
Mac Jones is the
Yeah,
most
Mac's hand.
plain-looking dude I've ever seen in my life.
Justin Herbert's really greasy looking. Like he just looks
Yeah.
really greasy.
He's so
for some
nice.
reason.
Yeah, he plays for the Los Angeles Chargers. What do you want him to look like?
Stop. Let's not talk bad
Should be
about
the San
Justin
Diego
Herbert.
Chargers. Yeah, because he's
So
elite.
we gotta save this. We gotta save
Derek
this.
Carr, I would.
Good.
I think
He's
he's like,
not
but
borderline elite. Don't even say
No,
it.
no,
Borderline elite, yes.
I think he's between
Who's
good. And,
borderline elite?
I think he's
No.
right between good and borderline elite.
What
Like
is
he's right in the
elite?
middle.
What
That's
is
elite.
is
Borderline
elite top 10?
He was like there was a couple weeks last year where, like he was like kind of like borderline MVP conversation.
I don't know about that.
What the kush are you smoking?
Oh, I think
He
he's
had
right
a
in the
really
middle.
good year last year.
You're still drunk.
I think he
And?
goes. I think he goes at the
The
top. of good.
Raiders made the playoffs by an absolute pube.
Ew.
Yeah, and he's throwing the ball to Hunter Renfro and
And Darren Waller.
and Darren Waller on one leg
And Josh Jacobs.
and Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know.
Shout out Bama boy.
I don't know if I can put him. Oh shoot, I think he's right in between.
I would put him borderline elite, but
I think we throw him. Throw him at the bottom of borderline elite. I
yeah,
think.
that's fine. That I'm okay with.
All right, Justin Herbert.
Go
I
on,
think
but-
I think Herbert is going to be
He's
elite this
elite.
season. Yeah, he's going to be elite this
I
season.
did too.
To his average, unfortunately.
With
Why
Tyreek
did Ryan
Hill,
Tannehill moved so far up my list. I like Ryan Tannehill's at the front of mine.
do we think Tua takes a step forward with Tyreek Hill? And obviously his backfield is insane. Like they have Edmonds, Sonny Michel, Raheem Mostert, Miles Gaskin.
Yeah, and another backfield I want absolutely no part of. In
Oh yeah,
fantasy.
no, not a chance.
Correct.
Not even for my bench. I don't
Yeah.
care.
So what do we think? Tua, you think average? I think he could be good this season. I would argue good. I think you have Hill, you still have Waddle, you still have Gesicki. Yeah, you. I don't think you really.
Sucky.
What do you think, Rob?
The 0-point wonder himself.
Good or average, Robbie? For Tua?
Just because of Mike Gesicki, I want to put Tua in average because Mike Gesicki brings me so much pain.
I disagree, but I guess 2 against 1, so we'll put 2 at the top of average right now. Kyler Murray,
Elite.
Good.
I would argue more to the good side.
What are you? What am I listening to?
Ryan's a filthy casual. Ryan's a filthy casual.
Are you a Kyler Murray guy? Get a grip.
Bro, he's top 10 at least.
Bro, my
How is
guy is
top 10
literally
good?
baby Yoda on the field. He's literally like waddling around out there, has no idea what's going on.
To be fair, Ryan, you did say earlier in the podcast that you said he was good for the first half of the season and then he disappeared. So how was that?
That was
an
Ryan,
argument?
and I just agreed.
No, you said that. You said he's a Rust type player to where he's like, yeah, he disappears in the second half of the season.
Robbie said that, and I agreed.
No, you said
But he's still elite.
VAR.
He's
Check
only
the VAR.
good. There's no
He
way
is
you're putting
better
him in
than
elite.
good. He's 100% better than good. Fuck, like,
Elite?
where are these tiers? What is elite? 1 through 8? Like, what is this arbitrary?
No,
like,
elite is like the
moving
top
scale?
like 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. There's like 3 guys that can be an elite.
Well, we should have said that. I always
Well,
think
maybe-
elite is at least top 5.
Well, maybe you should have half a brain. How about that?
Oh,
He's better than good.
I don't think so.
okay.
He
Well,
also lost his 2 top receivers because one of them's already
yeah,
suspended.
that
The
was
other one
my issue. Yeah.
Playing
That's how he
freaking
lost
Need for
receivers.
Speed going down the highway. So
We'll put him in borderline elite because I was right in the middle, so we'll put him borderline elite.
Thank you.
Yeah. Kirk
You're
Cousins.
Talk about
elite.
Kirk Cousins isn't bad. Like Kirk Cousins is actually
He'll have a better season
He's
this year.
average. He's
he's not.
average.
He's better than average. He's good. He's a
He
good
is the-
quarterback.
He is
Do I
the
need to bring back
damn-
up the stat?
He
The man
is
is
the-
500 and like
He is
100
like
games
the
started.
Dallas Cowboys for the last 20
He was-
years.
he was
Just
quarterback-
fucking mid.
He was quarterback 12 last year in fantasy. That's better than average. That's good.
That is such a frustrating stat if you're a fantasy
He's
owner.
good.
He's only there because of Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
And my boy Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin was
Dalvin
hurt
Cook
a lot
is
last year.
also kind of made of paper. So,
are we really gonna put Kirk Cousins at average?
I say
hate
good.
that. I think good.
I put
Yeah,
him good.
I think
I can
good.
put him
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Yeah. I was
can
like,
I can live with that.
Mac Jones. I think he's average.
I think he's average.
The bad one. Yeah. There wasn't really much debate about that one.
Now this guy,
Jameis Winston can swing the rock. Jameis Winston can sling the rock.
Jameis Winston is gonna have such a good year.
I
Like I
think so,
really,
too.
think
No, I
he's
actually
gonna be
do too.
a
Why do we
top
all?
10 quarterback?
I think he's gonna have a 40 and 30 season.
Holy crap!
5,000 yards, 40
30
touchdowns,
season.
30 interceptions.
Jameis Winston can sling the rock.
Lock it in.
He can throw the ball. Why do we all think Jameis Winston's going to be really good this season? He's going to borderline elite. We're putting him in borderline elite. He's there.
He's there. We have no issues.
Daniel Jones.
Jameis Winston was
Jared Goff.
Daniel Jones is
Winston was the first player to throw for 30 or more touchdowns and 30 interceptions. He threw for 33 scores and 30 interceptions. He goes for 40 and 30 this year.
He almost averaged 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions a game.
Saints get to the NFC finals.
All right now. All right.
No.
Okay.
Have you seen their safeties? Have you seen their safeties?
Have you seen their running game? Oh yeah, they're beating people in Las Vegas.
No, they play the Bucks. They play the Bucks in the NFC Conference Finals, and the Bucks win. But they go to the Conference Finals.
There is zero chance the NFC South puts 2 fucking teams in the NFC Championship.
They're gonna put 3 because the Panthers are making the playoffs.
That's correct. I'm so sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Saints and Bucks. I'm calling it.
The NFC East doesn't even put a team in the playoffs. They
should.
Bad this
they
year.
shouldn't get one.
So we're putting
least.
We're putting Danny Dimes and Jared Goff.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I don't know why we're still talking.
I read a report, so I was looking at the report on fantasy, and Kenny Galladay is the wide receiver 1. I swear to God, this is what the report, the title said. Kenny Galladay and Daniel Jones have zero chemistry. I swear to God, that's exactly what the title of the article said. I was like,
teams are really going to be stacking 8 in the box against Saquon again. He's getting hurt
literally,
by game 3.
literally.
Fucking hell. Poor Saquon.
Dude,
really
I know.
a Barry Sanders type beat.
Honestly. The MILF hunter himself, Zach Wilson.
Average at
I want
best.
to put him in borderline elite just for that.
Just for slaying Tang.
I think he's Jared.
You're going to have to cut so much of this shit. I've been off of beating this whole episode.
So out of pocket this entire episode.
I mean, what? They added Breece Hall? I think he's going to be Jared Goff.
Average. No, average.
Average.
All right, I think he's Jared Goff, but Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
somebody
Elijah Moore drags him out of the basement of Jared Goff.
Jalen Hurts, somebody who is a little interesting, especially with the addition of AJ Brown. I think good, probably top of good. I don't know if he's borderline elite. I mean, we already got Jameis.
From a fantasy perspective, or an actual performance? Because
football.
He's good.
The Eagles are going to win the division this year.
Get out of here! What?
I know you guys are boys fans, but the Eagles are going to win the division this year.
At least say the Giants or something, so we can laugh at it.
It's not going to be Carson Wentz. It's not going to be Dak Prescott.
Don't disrespect
Carson.
It's
going to be Danny Dimes.
Yeah, well, we can all agree the Giants are going 3-15 or whatever.
Yeah,
3-14.
I think the Eagles win the division. I think the boys go 8-9.
I think the boys go 9-8. Eagles go 8-1. Lock it in.
We still have
I think the Eagles go 10-7.
We still have a depoy candidate, in Micah Parsons. So it's
you talking about Trayvon Diggs.
No, I'm not talking about Trayvon Diggs. What?
Probably about to leave the podcast.
Well, every time that someone mentions the Cowboys defense, everyone forgets that they always think of Trayvon Diggs. I'm like, no, Micah Parsons is 1,000 times better than Trayvon Diggs.
Because Diggs' best corner.
yeah. Mitch Trubisky.
Oof.
Oof.
Good.
Is he in a Bills unit?
Good? What do you mean good?
Good.
What's
good?
He's starting.
No, he's starting.
We
talked about that.
He's starting.
But how long?
Yeah, that's actually that's fair.
It's
how long are
that's
these nuts? I don't know, man.
I think he goes in average, bottom of average.
I just got shit on.
Yeah.
I have to get off.
Bottom of average, yeah.
Bottom of average.
It's going to be the Najee show in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And he's going to
100%.
get hurt by game 5 because, again, the offensive
Sucks.
line is turnstiles, and they're going to be giving him the ball 35 times a game.
Have y'all seen how bad the Steelers' rushing defense is?
Yeah, it's pretty abysmal.
The
The whole
Steelers
team
are-
is, I
yeah.
cannot
It's funny
believe the
'cause I feel like
Steelers
everyone-
almost made the playoffs.
Well, then everyone's like, "Oh, the Steelers have a great defense." It's like, no, they don't. They have a really good pass rush, and that's pretty much it.
The Steelers.
Yeah,
the
they have TJ Watt.
No, it's their whole team is Najee, TJ Watt, and Minka Fitzpatrick. That's the entire Steelers.
Minka's overrated, unfortunately.
He's not overrated. Minka's
Yes,
really
he
good.
is. Yes, he is.
No,
Why is he
gets burned
overrated?
a lot.
Bro, what happened? What happened to
He's
supporting the
really,
Bama boys?
he's really good at tackling.
will
He's really good at
ride my
tackling. He is
Bama
a
boys
liability in
jumbles,
coverage.
Whatever I need to, but yeah, he's kind of a liability.
He's a
He's
liability.
not a
like,
liability.
yes, in coverage, he's a liability.
What is this blasphemy? All right, Trey Lance.
He's athletic enough to make up for it a decent amount, but
I think
Yeah.
Lane's gonna be good this year.
I agree. I think bottom of good for
I'd
Trey
say
Lance.
good. He's got a lot of talent around him.
Geno Smith, who is currently the listed starter for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith
Off.
can sling the ball.
He'll go out
Dog.
and play.
Yeah, he'll play because he physically has to.
No,
and
I think
then
he's.
he'll
I think he's
lose
bottom.
'cause
Of
he
that. I think he's
physically has
better.
to.
He is better than Daniel Jones.
No,
He's
Disagree.
better than Daniel Jones.
Actually,
Ryan agrees. He's better than Daniel
Yeah,
Jones.
I did not agree. I was thinking about the statement. Why are we comparing two turds? I don't understand.
Because like Daniel Jones isn't Jared Goff, and I think Geno Smith should be average. Fine, we'll throw him in Jared Goff. I feel bad about Geno.
Geno Smith is going to throw so many hospital balls to DK Metcalf. It's going to be gross.
It's possible.
DK Metcalf is
Didn't Geno Smith get in trouble on the Jets for something?
probably.
I
He's
don't
a
know.
West Virginia boy.
Was he pulling the Favre and like sending dick pics, or was that just Favre?
I think it was just Favre.
Favre got in trouble for that multiple times, though.
Yeah.
Glad he's a
Favre got in trouble
regular
for that a lot.
person.
Ryan,
Yeah.
did you cut the sleeves off that shirt, or you just roll the sleeves up?
I cut the sleeves off that shirt.
You're huge. Like you're absolutely ginormous.
Jack, bro.
Thanks, guys. I just got back from the gym.
Marcus
There you
Mariota,
go, Jim.
Falcons quarterback.
Off.
Off.
He was like buried in the depth chart in Oakland.
Especially with the like a receiving core that is insanely young. It's literally the oldest guy's like 24. Like the starters are 20,
Pitts
21,
is
23,
getting
and
double
24.
teamed every time.
Yeah, 100%. Personal vendetta for Ryan here. Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, that man. That
Jared
man's average at
Goff.
best.
No, he's not Jared Goff.
Average.
He's
Jared Goff.
average. He's not
No,
Jared
he's
Goff.
gonna have a bad year.
Who the fuck does he have to
I-
throw to?
Robert Woods.
Coming off an ACL?
Treylon Burks.
Traylon, yeah, Traylon.
Yeah, wow. That fills me with fucking passion. Get ready to give Derrick Henry the fucking ball 30 times
What
a
do you
game
think?
again.
Yeah, what do you think their plan was, anyways?
Do you guys think Malik Willis starts the game or no?
No,
Yes.
I think he's the third
Be-
string.
because, no, Tannehill gets benched.
No, I think there's a
I think,
backup.
I think the Texans start like 5 and 9, and then Malik Willis gets to start
The
the last 3
Titans?
games. Yeah, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I think Tannehill hucks like 4 picks and a half and gets benched, and they're down like 28 to the Colts.
Are we
And
throwing him
then
in Jared
Malik Willis
Goff?
hucks 5 picks. Yeah, Jared Goff.
Are we throwing Ryan Tannehill and
I'm
Jared
not
Goff?
throwing in Goff. Come on, dude.
You can't throw him in Goff. I'm putting him in average.
He's not going to be good.
I can, and I will put him in Jared Goff.
You've been
on my
outvoted.
list.
Yeah. Lamar
him on the
Jackson, who struggled a little bit with injuries last year.
Borderline elite.
Lamar's
Yeah.
always such a strange one. It's just because he's such an elite rusher.
Yeah.
It's just like it's hard
Definitely
to rank him as a
borderline
quarterback.
elite.
The Ravens
I
just
agree.
have such a weird offense compared to
Yeah.
the rest of the NFL.
It's so many. He just keeps. It's so many read options. Like their formations are so different purely because how good of a rusher Lamar is. So yeah, we'll put him in borderline elite.
I'm glad the
Um,
Ravens have gotten through training camp without like 10 people blowing out knees this year.
Honestly, bro, the last year was awful.
Bro, I
Obviously-
did not realize how long Marcus Mariota's neck was. Holy shit.
Yeah, some of these dudes are absolute giraffes. Davis Longneck Mills is like his actual nickname, and it fucking kills me.
Tannehill has a pretty damn long neck too. Jameis
So
has a
does
low.
Matty
So does
Ice.
Derek Carr.
Yeah,
Mitch
James
Trubisky.
is very stubby.
Trubisky.
Some white guy shenanigans with long
I don't
necks.
I don't think there's much debate. Josh Allen in the elite tier.
Elite.
I
Yeah.
think there's much debate about that.
Stephon
Uh,
Diggs is could be the best receiver in football this year.
Interesting.
Not
I
outlandish.
think I think Dawson Knox is a top 5 tight end by the end of the year.
They did build some rapport.
No.
I think he's borderline. I think there's a shot.
I think he's borderline. At the moment, Baker Mayfield.
Borderline elite.
I'm not even kidding. I put him in good borderline elite. I think he comes back. I think he's good this year. I think he's good this year. I'm not even kidding.
Robbie's too God.
I'm so excited.
Panthers on they win 6 games this year?
Hey, that's an improvement. And it might still get Matt Rule fired. So I'm cool with 6.
Are we thinking top of good or bottom of borderline elite? Probably top
of good.
Yeah, we'll put him at top of good. He could be borderline. I could see it. I could see Baker going off. Justin Fields.
Oof.
Yeah, it's just his situation's really bad.
Well, they got rid of fucking head ass.
Allen Robinson.
Well, but his offensive line is still
head ass
abysmal.
number 2.
The offensive line is so bad. Yeah, who's the other head ass?
Wait, did they not get rid of their coach? Or am I just had a fever dream about that?
You had a fever dream about that.
Oh no! Yeah. Wow, is it still Nagy?
Yeah, I thought they got rid of
Nagy.
No,
it is.
Did he not?
Well, I mean, they've benched
Oh my god, they didn't get
Andy?
rid of that head ass. Oh my god.
Who was the starter?
There was a report they were going to, and then they didn't.
Who was the Bears starters last year? Andy Dalton.
Yes.
Yeah. They just decided to bench Andy at this point. So yeah, Justin.
We got Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet to throw to this year.
I got Jared Goff, to be honest.
Yeah, Jared Goff. I'm fine with that.
Okay, send him.
Joe Burrow, elite. Joe Burrow's an elite.
Yeah, he's just got so many weapons. Regardless, the Bengals are going to do some dirty things to that division.
Yes.
Dak Prescott. Dak is so weird. He's always outside the elite, but he's always really good. I don't know. Dak is such a weird one. But he's also lost two starting receivers. I don't know. I don't know what you do with Dak.
Very bottom of borderline elite.
That's fine.
Okay.
He's serviceable.
Definitely below Jameis. Definitely
yes,
below.
Yeah.
I love how we're all in agreement that the quarterbacks are just going to be out there slinging it. It's like the gunslingers of the NFL.
Russell Wilson. Obviously with a new team. Broncos country, let's ride. What do we think?
Borderline elite.
So funny.
Let's ride. They just say 3 times in a row.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Borderline elite. I got a hot take. I think he's only going to be good. I don't think he's going to be borderline elite this year.
I think that's an awful take. It's because he's playing with the Broncos.
They have a pretty good receiving core. I think he'll be a very good quarterback this year.
Right?
I think this Broncos receiving core is better than any receiving core he had in Seattle.
That's a hot take.
Do you think Sutton and Judy are better than Lockett and Metcalf? How?
Yes.
What?
No, deeper.
How? Oh, deeper. Well, Tim Patrick is hurt now. He tore his ACL.
No. They still got my guy Noah Fant. They got I can't say the other tight end's name, but he's kind of good too.
Yeah,
Albert O. Just call him Albert O. So what do you think, Ryan Wilson?
Right above Dak.
I'd put him in good, but that's just on the record. But yeah, we'll put Russ in borderline. Tom Brady. Tom Brady is an elite quarterback. He's going to be elite till he dies. He has shown no reason for him to not be elite at this point. So it's
he lost Gronk.
Can I bring up something about the Seattle receivers one more time?
Yeah.
I think even though Tyler Lockett's not that highly rated, I think he's one of the most overrated receivers in the league.
He's just not consistent.
He has 3 games every season where he catches 2 touchdowns for 150 yards.
He's so boom bust. Yeah.
No, he's not even boom bust. He's occasionally boom and then does nothing. I guess that is boom bust.
Then run routes on the other side next to DK.
My man's out there running a 5K and not doing shit.
Me during basketball.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. Nice.
This guy.
Got your ass.
Moment right there. Got mine. That's where the Bills insulted you.
Carson Wentz of the Washington Commanders.
Average.
Yeah.
I'd put him in average. I don't think he's going to be Jared Goff, but I guess Jared Goff isn't going to be Jared Goff.
Jared Goff's an average.
So yeah, we'll put him in average. And
I gotta watch Hard Knocks this week, by the way. Hard Knocks comes out this week. Detroit Lions. No. I kind of just want to watch it for Dan Campbell.
No. Anyways.
Damn. He really did you like that.
All right.
That was kind of weird.
Thanks for tuning in.
No. We have one more, Robbie. We have one more. The last one, Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams. Is he elite or is he borderline?
He's
elite?
Borderline.
He's elite.
Top of borderline.
Top of borderline.
He is elite.
I agree. Top of borderline. Is he? You think above Rodgers, Robbie?
Yes.
No.
Oh, right. It's like,
Got a lot more talent.
all right. So now we've ranked all of them. So obviously,
I have all the talent on this side of the podcast. So.
true. So obviously, as is tradition, we have to rank the tier with the most in that tier, and that is the average tier. Would you like me to read out? This is gonna be fun. Would you like me to read out the average tier?
Absolutely.
Tua Tagovailoa, Matt
Nice.
Ryan.
Nailed that pronunciation. Good job.
Thank you. Matt Ryan, Davis Mills,
Matt Ryan. Oh, pain. Okay.
Ryan Tannehill,
God, I'm triggered.
Jared Goff, Matt Ryan, or not? Sorry, not Matt. Sorry, Mac Jones.
You already said Matt Ryan.
Sorry, Mac Jones.
There you go.
Zach Wilson, Mitch Trubisky, Carson Wentz. How are we gonna rank these dudes?
Holy
This is-
Caucasian, by the way.
Except for Tua. Tua's not gonna get.
Yeah, Tua's Polynesian.
I know that was like, but
No,
you know,
I know.
lot,
I
yeah,
think-
a lot
Bad
of
joke,
white
bad
dudes.
I think Tua is the top of this. I think
Uh-huh.
Tua's. I think Matt Ryan is second. I think Matt Ryan's probably second.
Probably Ryan, then Tannehill,
Okay,
Wentz, or Mac Jones next.
I'll go Wentz.
I
Yeah, I
put
can
Mac
see
Jones
that.
over once.
Okay,
I put Mac
I
Jones.
can do that. Yeah, that's fine. And then
Wilson.
okay. I think Goff's gonna be better than Wilson.
I will put Goff next, and then Trubisky, and then Mills.
So right now we have Tua, Matt Ryan, Tannehill, Mills, Mac, Carson Wentz.
Mills that high?
Oh wait, shoot. Wait, where do we have? Where did y'all want Mills?
Like towards the bottom. Like I haven't been second to
Do we
last.
think he's above Zach Wilson or below Zach Wilson?
Below?
So we got Tua, Matt Ryan, Tannehill, Mac Jones, Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, Zach Wilson, Davis Mills, Mitch Trubisky.
No, that's fine with that.
That's a list if I've ever seen one. All right, boys. Now we are at the end of the podcast. Thank you everybody so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed that tier list. Is there anything else that you guys want to add to the end of this? Obviously, we gotta get ready for the fantasy draft.
I need to
and-
get Bojangles.
Right.
Banger of a podcast with
Always.
the homies. Glad we got back to it after a
Next
2-week-long
Sunday, same time?
siesta.
Next,
Yo,
next
I mean,
Make it
it's up to y'all. Yeah,
I don't think I'll be up in Atlanta.
you might be.
There's
we're
always
on the
a
lake
good
next
chance.
weekend.
I got you.
Yo, thanks for the fucking invite.
There's already like 23 people coming.
You're
Make
not
it
gonna
24.
just- one leprechaun showing up ain't gonna throw a wrench in the plan.
As long as we can cuddle.
That goes without saying. I'm gonna text Nick.
Don't y'all
Is it
always
Nick's
cuddle
place?
anyways?
Yeah.
24 people. Why
do
would
I
you
feel? Do I
wanna
feel
do
like a
that?
douche if I invite myself? I definitely feel like a douche, but I also feel like Nick and I are kind of close.
Ryan, look
We're
at your
friends.
mustache. You've already gone so far that it doesn't matter.
Hey, Chuckles, you can't even fucking grow one. I don't want to hear it.
Sign off.
No, look at this. Look at your shoes.
Yeah, you're not allowed
It's
to
coming
in
in really
100
good.
yards of a school. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to the Bros in the Berg podcast. If you're listening to us on Spotify, watching us on YouTube or wherever else you get your podcast, we hope you enjoy. We hope your fantasy drafts go as poorly as ours will this afternoon. Please leave comments, on our YouTube channel, who you think is going to be the big boomer bust this year from a fantasy football perspective. And
We got to get more sports betting back. So I don't think
Oh,
we brought
yeah.
up a single sports bet all week. That's kind of sad.
Well, it's
yeah,
just like
living in the South really puts a damper on the legal
Yeah, it does.
sports betting.
it's also because
unfortunately.
there's no sports right now. Like nothing's happening except for like Premier League just started.
Betting on baseball is great.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right.
All right. So this is Ryan, Connor, and Robbie signing off. Until next week, have a good weekend. Or
Please
week.
gamble responsibly.